Hello everybody, thanks for joining me for another fly time video. Today I'm going to be tying the black pupa. This is a super easy and super effective pattern. So in the vise we have a Umpqua U201 and this is in a size 24. Of course you could tie this with a TMC 2487 and 2488 as well. For our thread we're going to be using uni and this is 8/72 denier in black. And we're going to start the thread directly behind the eye. And I'm going to give myself 5 or 6 wraps of the thread and then I'm going to stop. We'll remove the tag end. Next we're going to be adding some micro tubing and this is in black from Hairline. I've got a piece cut off here. I can grab it. Alright, so we're going to add a little tag end whenever we attach this to the hook. Bind down a couple tight wraps and then go ahead and start pulling on that tubing, stretching it really as much as you can stretch it. And we're going to bring that down to 3 or 4 wraps into the bend of the hook. We can stop and then come on back up. Go directly behind the eye, and now I'm going to take a pair of hackle pliers, grab that tag end, pull tightly, and snip it off. Then we're going to take our tubing and we're going to wrap forward and touching turns all the way up the shank. Stopping just behind the eye, across our thread with that tubing 2 or 3 times. We can now come in, pull tight on that tubing and remove. Take your whip finishing tool and go ahead and put a 3 or 4 turn whip finish. Remove your thread and that's all, folks. That is the black fly pupa. So I'm going to talk about this just a little bit now that you've watched the video. So the black fly comes from an egg to a larva to a pupa to an adult, and the fish don't really focus on the eggs, but they do fish on the larva, the pupa, and the adult, of course. So the larva looks more like a bowling pin, is translucent in color, has a black head, and then once the bug turns into a pupa or goes into the pupa stage, it becomes more uniform and easier for us to tie and represent, and this pattern does just that. So again, this if you fish tailwaters and you have black flies, definitely tie this up. Super easy, as you can see, very cheap, and a real good fish catcher. Hope you like the fly. Please give me a thumbs up if you do. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to giving you more videos of flies that I like to tie as well as fish in the future. Thank you.